Inequality in educational attainment. Education is often seen as the key to success, progress, and personal freedom. It is supposed to be the great equalizer that gives everyone a fair chance to improve their lives. However, in reality, access to quality education and the level of achievement it brings are not equal for everyone. Around the world, some people have better opportunities to learn, while others face barriers that prevent them from reaching their full potential. The sociology of education helps us understand these differences and the reasons behind inequality in educational attainment. Educational attainment refers to the highest level of education an individual completes, such as primary school, secondary school, college, or university. Inequality in educational attainment means that people from different social backgrounds do not have the same chances to achieve these levels. This inequality can be based on class, income, gender, ethnicity, geography, or even disability. It is not just about who gets into school but also about the quality of education they receive, the resources available to them, and how far they can go in their educational journey. One of the most common causes of educational inequality is economic status. Children from wealthy families usually have access to better schools, qualified teachers, extra tutoring, and modern learning materials. They may study in clean classrooms, use advanced technology, and participate in activities that develop their confidence and creativity. In contrast, children from poor families often attend underfunded schools where facilities are limited, teachers are overworked, and learning conditions are difficult. Many of them have to work part-time jobs or help their families, which reduces the time and energy they can give to education. Over time, these differences accumulate, and the gap between rich and poor students widens. Social class plays a major role as well. Sociologist Pierre Bourdieu explained that families pass on not only economic wealth but also what he called cultural capital. Cultural capital includes language, manners, knowledge, and confidence that help children succeed in school. For example, a child whose parents read books, discuss ideas, and visit museums is better prepared for school life than a child who has not been exposed to such activities. Schools often reward the kind of knowledge and behavior that middle and upper-class families provide, which gives those children an advantage. As a result, education often reproduces social class differences instead of reducing them. Gender is another dimension of educational inequality. In many parts of the world, boys and girls still do not have equal access to education. Cultural beliefs, early marriage, and household responsibilities often prevent girls from attending school or completing their education. Even in societies where both genders go to school, girls may face discrimination or limited encouragement in certain subjects such as science or technology. However, in some developed countries, the pattern is changing, and girls are now outperforming boys in school, showing that gender inequality in education can take different forms depending on social context. Ethnic and racial inequality also affects educational outcomes. Minority groups often face discrimination, language barriers, or stereotypes that harm their academic confidence. For example, immigrant children may struggle to adapt to a new education system or face bullying because of their accents or cultural differences. Historical inequalities, such as colonialism or racial segregation, have also left lasting effects on access to education. Even today, schools in poor or minority neighborhoods are often underfunded compared to those in wealthy areas. This means that children who need the most support often receive the least. Geography creates another form of inequality. People living in rural or remote areas may have fewer schools, limited transportation, and fewer qualified teachers. In contrast, urban areas usually have better educational infrastructure. In many countries, students from villages have to travel long distances to attend school or even drop out because schools are too far away. This rural-urban divide continues to limit opportunities for millions of children. Educational systems themselves can also create inequality. Some systems use entrance exams or private schooling that favor students who can afford extra coaching or expensive tuition fees. Others may stream students into different tracks based on early performance, which can limit the potential of those who need more time to develop. Even grading systems and language of instruction can create disadvantages for some groups. For example, children who do not speak the national language at home may perform poorly at school, not because they are less intelligent but because they are learning in an unfamiliar language. Teachers and schools play a crucial role in shaping equality or inequality. When teachers expect certain groups to perform better than others, their expectations often become reality. This is known as the self-fulfilling prophecy. If a teacher unconsciously expects a poor or minority student to fail, that student may lose motivation and perform poorly, even if they have the ability to succeed. On the other hand, supportive teachers who believe in every student's potential can help overcome social barriers and create more equal outcomes. Technology and globalization have added new layers to educational inequality. While digital learning has opened new opportunities, not everyone has access to the internet, computers, or digital literacy. During events such as the COVID-19 pandemic, children from low-income families or rural areas often could not attend online classes, which widened the gap between privileged and disadvantaged students. This digital divide shows that technology can either reduce or increase inequality, depending on how it is used. The effects of educational inequality go far beyond the classroom. People with lower educational attainment often have fewer job opportunities, lower income, poorer health, and less political power. On a larger scale, societies with unequal education systems struggle to achieve social stability and economic growth. When talent is wasted because of unequal access to education, everyone loses. That is why many governments and organizations work to promote equal education through scholarships, free schooling, teacher training, and inclusive policies. Reducing educational inequality requires not only providing schools but also improving their quality and accessibility for all groups. This includes making education affordable, ensuring that girls and minorities are not left behind, supporting teachers, and recognizing the importance of local languages and cultures. True equality in education means giving every person, regardless of their background, the tools and opportunities to reach their full potential. In conclusion, inequality in educational attainment is one of the most serious challenges facing societies today. It is shaped by economic, social, cultural, and political factors that interact in complex ways. Education has the power to transform lives, but only if it is fair and inclusive. When everyone has equal access to quality education, societies become stronger, more creative, and more just. If you found this discussion meaningful and learned something new about the sociology of education and inequality, please like this video, share it with others who are passionate about learning, and subscribe to my channel. Your support helps me continue creating informative content that makes sociology simple and interesting for everyone. Thank you for watching and stay connected for more knowledge and insight.